Hello guys, what is up? I am Liam121, and ladies and gentlemen, you thought I was gonna leave this behind when it came out last year. No, we don't do that. Besides, Sundays might be for baseball, but Saturdays can be also. Welcome to my Let's Play of Backyard Baseball 1997 for the PC. One of the last few Humongous Entertainment games finally released on Steam, released around October, I believe, of 2024. And at the time, it was a time when I was kind of still hoping for this game to be out, even though I had very little hopes. Never I realized though, it took them forever to finally get this game available. Made by Humongous Entertainment, Humongous Entertainment was a big part of my childhood. Yes, I played Sonic, yes, I played Mario, but to be honest, if there was a set of games that took me back to when I was a kid, it was Humongous Entertainment, and this game in particular, Backyard Baseball 1997. Fun fact, I actually owned the Game Boy Advance version, the 2007 version of Backyard Baseball on my Game Boy Advance SP. But that's for another day. Today, I go back to where it all began for me. And I thought to myself, yes, I know there's a league play, the main story, adventure campaign of this game, quote unquote, but I know not every one of my audience is into baseball, nor do they understand baseball. So I thought this episode would be a tutorial episode more so for you guys, so you guys get up to date on what all this game means. But that's it. You're hyped for a new running Let's Play here on the channel. Well, firstly, hi, I'm Joel. I am Liam121. I play video games as a hobby, as well as it all in the name of fun. And I thought I would go back to my childhood with this game, so if you're hyped for that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe my content if you're new. I have so much stuff going on in 2025, inclusive of my first ever Let's Play of Portal 2, which is on the card top right. With that said, as I said, this is a tutorial video, so let me just run through all the basics. That baseball down there shows the opening cutscene that you just saw at the beginning of the video, so there's that. Cards, I'll go to that in the second episode, but the main thing I want to talk about is pickup window. If you're a new person playing, I'll be honest, get acquainted with this game first. Pickup window is the way to go, and this allows you to pick out of 6 different locations, I believe. We have Ekman Acres, Playground Commons. Yes, disregard the fact there's a lot of weird sound effects in this game, but it was for the kids. Sandy Flats, Steel Stadium, Tin Can Alley, and Cement Gardens. I think that should be all. Oh, and Dirt Yards, sorry. But yeah, 7 locations you can choose off. I'm going to choose, actually, I think the one in particular I want to choose is, no, not Playground Commons. I think the best one should be Steel Stadium because it pretty much resembles a regular baseball field, which I'll get to in the main play, as I said before. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, next week. Every upload will be on Saturdays, as I mentioned. Go to game options, however, let me just showcase there are 3 different ways to play it. I'm going to do a pickup game because I want to demonstrate myself playing the game. Setup wise, it's very important. I'm going to go for a regular pickup game. In pickup games, by the way, you guys can click T-ball, which basically allows the ball to be basically on a T, which allows you to just easily hit the ball. But we don't play it like that. Plus, league play doesn't have T-ball, so we're going to do a regular pitch. I'm also going to turn on the pitch locator because this regards, this is in regard to how the game works in terms of pitches because it's actually kind of complicated. With that said, I'm just going to set the difficulty to, actually, yeah, I'm going to start with medium because so you guys understand. 6 innings, even though I plan to do just 1 for the tutorial video. And I'll turn errors off. Errors basically means whether your characters or your opponent's characters could fumble the ball or throw a bad pitch, so to speak. I will turn it on for the main Let's Play, but for now I'll turn it off to demonstrate regular stuff. And for sound, I'm actually going to turn off a lot of these because I want you guys to hear it mostly on the main playthrough, which, by the way, will mostly be uncommentated. It will be mostly be commentated by the in-game people. With that said, though, I'll turn on music. Actually, no, I'll turn off music, actually. Since, well, you guys can hear this, all the stuff. I want ambient song out, I want player talk. No, I don't want player talk, I want chatter at least, because you guys can hear it in the background. These at least won't be too distracting to the tutorial plan to show. With that said, it's time to create a team. So right off the gate, we have several options we can do. We have our adjective we can click. We also have the actual name of our team we want to, well, name the team by. I'm just going to do a random one like, you know what, Hornets. And then, of course, our team color, I can click whatever I want. Let me do, you know what, let me just do orange. Now, let's pick our teams. Because we're going against one team only, we're going to have both teams pick their team members. In this case, the way we do it, well, we do it by the regular old-fashioned bat. I'm the left side, my opponent's on the right side. And because they're on the top, they pick first. So they get to pick the characters, and basically it's just regular picking of characters. Whenever you click a character, you might notice that they do show the stats. Let me just click, for example, on you.
Just give me a minute. I'm still hungry.
You can also see the stats and their card profiles, which are available in that cards book that you saw at the beginning. So there are two ways you can pick. Either you actually pick your opponents, your team members like this.
My arm's warmed up. Let's get to playing.
Or there's a pick for me button, which will pick your characters at random. Now, I'm actually going to do random because I don't really care about my team too much. I mostly want to care about the actual gameplay. So let me just pick this. And there we go. There are two options to note. First, the strategy. If you want your characters to be playing in a certain batting order, you can pretty much, well, sort them out however you want. Now, of course, this is dependent on the stats of your players, but we'll get to that next week. This is mostly just me doing whatever I want because, well, it's my first tutorial video. There's not really much I have to say. This is to allow you to sort the batting order. And of course, in terms of batting positions, there are 9 different positions we can sort our characters into. So you want to sort them out like that. Whilst the game does sort them out in a random order, you can be more of an advantageous guy or girl to just, well, sort them however you want to ensure they fit their playing styles, basically. Because remember, not every character is offensive, and not every character is defensive. Some might be an all-rounder, so you might want to pay attention to that. With that said, now that I've done this randomly, well, we've done my game options. Statistics, we don't need to worry about because, well, it's all the number jibber-jabber, which I will show for after every episode. Save and load, well, you know what that means. Let's go to today's game. So as I said, I want ambiance, I want player chatter, because mostly what I want to show is the actual gameplay. Now, I'm playing as an away team, so therefore I will be batting first. Home team will always pitch first, if you're wondering. That's how the game goes. If you're wondering, the characters also have their own perks whenever they go up to bat. With that said, whenever the ball comes, press the left click to swing the bat. Simple as that. Although, do know that wherever your cursor is, whenever you are pressing the left click, also determines how good or how bad the shot is. There are 4 different shots you can click: power, line drive, grounder, and bunt. The bunt basically means that the ball doesn't go that far. A line drive, however, is just a quick shot that, well, goes far, or as far as you want. Grounder allows the ball to just bounce. And the bunt, well, it just leaves the ball near base. There are 3 different stances you can also click on: open, squared, and closed. Open is mostly if you want the ball to go to the left, closed to the right, and squared, well, you get the picture. It's a little bit of both. Not every pitch is the same, as you'll see in a moment, but determine how well you bat. You can get up to first, second, or third base. You can see I have a reticle that allows me to, well, go up to second base if I want it, but knowing it's a bit risky, I will not do that.
You kids are playing like little crazy monkeys.
Depending on where you bat, of course, I remember. Although, you see the cursor right there, that X? That actually shows where the ball is actually going. Though I'm not going to turn it on because the idea is that in terms of the reticle you saw there, it's random of where the ball will go. So do note it's not always the same every time. After 3 outs, you saw right there, my play switches, so no longer am I batting, I'm pitching. Every pitcher has a juice bar, which basically is dependent, goes down depending on what pitch they throw. Do note that not always is a heater, which is the fastest throw, yield a more juice used, and not always the left hook or right hook, let alone the slow ball, the least amount of juice used. It actually is dependent on the character themselves. Heater is always a fastball, like that.
What's up, Doc?
A left hook is, well, the ball goes from right to the left, basically.
Swing, what?
And depending on where your reticle is, of course, that will determine on where the ball goes. Now, an intentional walk is always a very funny throw. Basically, it means it's an automatic ball. However, if you feel like your opponent's on the ropes and they need to get a hit, you can throw that to trick your opponent. Of course, in this case, Pablo wasn't tricked, so that's fine. Slow ball, well, you know the slow ball. It moves slow. Do I really need to explain anymore? And wow, Pablo really didn't swing there at all. I actually quite like that. 3 strikes is also an out. 3 outs means that play swaps. We go back to being the batter. Whenever you get a strikeout or any special ability or achievement, you get certain power-ups. In this case, I just got the elevator, which is a special pitch. Although the special pitch, you see, has a bigger range, so the ball can go anywhere. With that said, watch this. Got a little elevator right there. And whenever you're pitching, you see that I can use a reticle to send the ball to anywhere I want. That, of course, if the ball went far. And it's all about strategy as well. If you know there's some pitch that your pitcher likes, you can go for those pitches. Whenever a ball's in midair, quickly click on a spot for a player to go towards that. And if you try to allow a pitcher to run towards an area, well, you saw there. Just click the ground right there. And you know what? Since that first inning went by very quickly, I'll do another set. I must also show the bunt, since I mean the bunt is actually quite helpful if you have a guy who's fast. So watch this. The bunt basically allows the ball to go down, and I hope for a fast guy. Nope, not fast enough. That's fine. Another thing to point out is the reticle that you saw there. That reticle is random. However, depending on where your cursor is relative to that reticle, it will determine how the swing goes. I'd like to point out though, in normal and hard mode, you'll need to time your swings. You can't just willy-nilly click whenever you want. So right here, I need to time this so that the ball goes far. Although I think I might be in trouble. Yeah, that's fine. Of course, remember, these are random characters that were selected at the start, so I'm not expecting anything big. I just mostly want to show different things. Okay, that was an obvious ball, but if I didn't have the reticle, I would have to kind of play a guessing game with that ball on where that will go. Is that a ball? That's a strike. You can see that the reticle, even though looked as though it was outside my pitching field, you saw that it was just barely in it. That's why it was considered a strike.
You there, miss.
No, I'm not gonna miss. You can see the banter as well is quite fun to play around with. I will let the banter carry on throughout the episode if you're wondering, so don't have to worry about that. Now, funny thing is that certain characters have certain perks because of their timing and all that stuff, but I will get to that in another episode because there's a lot of stuff I can talk about in terms of this game. If you wonder why that was a foul, that ball went outside of the lines right there, which is basically the baseball diamond. If any ball goes outside of that, it's a foul, and it is considered a strike. Unless... Wait. No, unless it's your second strike, I believe. If you have 2 strikes, the foul ball just is a regular foul ball, and there's no penalty. Oof. And any balls caught in mid-air is considered immediate out. You saw there as well, I used the elevator and the elevator is immediately gone. That's not always the case for every particular pitch. It is kind of random when these special pitches fade away. On the top left, you can see there's an interface which allows you to press up, down, right, and left. This actually is where my other guys on the field, where they're standing. If there's a certain position you want them to get close to, for example, first base, I recommend this position where you can see the guy on the bottom right is nearer to the first base. I'm gonna throw a left hook to see what happens. Another strike, I'll take that. And let me take the heater to see if I can finish him off. Ooh, a top fly. Instead, I'm just gonna let someone be below the ball, and that's an out. As I said before, any ball that's caught in midair is an immediate out. Do you know that if the reticle is big, as you saw right there? Oh, that's nice. If you saw that the reticle is big, it means that the ball can go anywhere within that reticle, that circle. So be careful. Any pitch that is, well, harder for the pitch to throw often will have a bigger circle and therefore a higher chance for a accidental ball. So often more now you want to aim inside the circle so they will always within the strike zone. Also, yes, the box that you saw right there is considered a strike zone. Different characters, of course, had different stats. Some of the other characters I had earlier mostly had either high power or high speed. Oof, and I was swung too late. I want to try to see if I can get something going right here. Oh, actually, this could be nice! Oh, am I? Nah, that's an out. That's fine. And back to the start. You might notice that I'm back to Angelo Vecchio. That was the first guy that was, girl was on. The idea is that once all 9 are up, the cycle goes back to normal. So I'm back to Angelo on the plate. Let's see if I can get something nice though. I haven't had one yet. Oof. Also, get used to hearing that a lot because being a kids game, there's a lot of funny sound effects you'll hear. And trust me, they are hilarious as well. Ooh, that was a heater. Do you know that just as how I got a special pitch for getting a strikeout, Pablo also gets a special effect if he also gets a strikeout. You see the bottom at the bottom interface, there's also balls, strikes, and outs. Do remember that 4 balls means an instant walk. Oh, that's going off field. And it's an immediate foul. That's fine. And ooh, looks nice. Oh, nope. You can kind of see as well in getting foul every time with 2 strikes. I'm kind of still safe as long as I don't get an automatic strike. Ooh, that was decent. You can see that Angelo does run slow, so I'm just gonna go back to first base again. Ooh, unless this misses. Nope. This team is way too good. Or I say that. Nice miss, Pablo. We'll get to the interesting perks of the characters soon enough. One more thing to point out is that on this interface, now that I have a guy on base, I can click on that character to steal a base. Steal a base means that if you get a strike, for example like this, you can see that the character now is moving to try and steal the base. Of course, that's not always the case. If you're too slow, there's no point trying right there. Although, already Pablo is missing all the balls now. That's fun. I just hope I could get something right here. That's a ball. Again, it's easy to tell right now if a ball is going to be a ball strike. But without the reticle, you kind of need to play a guessing game.
We want a batter, not a broken ladder. Qué fantástico que soy. Let's go green.
Oh, you saw that I did a slide with Angelo. That's because if a ball is close to the base, I can try and slide into the base in order to take the base. Right, I want to allow Angelo to run. Oh, yeah, you can see right there. Even though I'm pressing the ball, it's not necessarily the person who's closest to the the ball that goes for it. So let me remember that. You can see that I'm also running out of juice. You can see the juice box is a bit inflated. Or inflated? Deflated? Inflated. No, deflated, sorry. So that means that I'm running out of juice. I can swap whatever I want using the timer button. So that I can swap which character I want to bat. So I'm just going to swap these two. And you can see I have a new picture and a new juice bar. But as you can see as well, look at this. Very bad at slow ball, fantastic with the heat ball. You might also notice that the character tends to shake their head up and down or left and right. This is actually a kind of an interesting stat where, well, basically if you do a pitch, it's highly likely to be a strike, but don't always bet on it. Exhibit A. Although, oh, that was bad. I'm actually going to try something. Throw the staff, throw to Annie, and back to the base. Watch out, you see Kenny just stole another base. So I need to be careful of that. Let's do the heater. The ball. Oh, it was actually just barely outside the box, unfortunately. That was close. You saw that because the ball was technically caught in mid-air, it's immediate out, even though it did hit a player. That's kind of funny, I gotta admit. Ooh, that's gonna be an out. Ball. Oh, but he swung. If a batter swings, no matter if it is a ball or so inside outside the strike zone, it's considered a strike immediately. There's so many nuances with baseball in the first place. It's hard to actually tell them all, but I will do my best to talk about as many as I can. Try to trick the opponent right there. They tend to swing whenever there's more often than not there's 2 strikes on. I hope to strike out. Nope. Oh, that's actually bad. Oh, yeah, I want to go back to home base.
As sweet as pie.
That's an out. I'm gonna try to trick the opponent right here. There we go. At least I got Kenny out there, so there's no chance for a run. Which, by the way, runs is how you get points in this game. If anyone goes back to home base, it's considered a run, and the score immediately goes onto the scoreboard. And just as how I tried to steal with Angelo earlier, both these 2 guys on top can also steal base if they want to. Uh-oh. Oh, actually, it's going far. Well, I showed it with another guy, but whenever a ball goes all the way through outside the baseball diamond, well, you know what that means. It's a home run, and everyone on the field gets a run. So basically, I just conceded 3 runs. Well, that's fine. As I said, this is mostly a tutorial video showcasing the game. That's fine. But there you go. That's kind of the basics of backyard baseball. I plan to showcase more of that now and then once I go to the actual game, which, if you're wondering, will be played in normal difficulty. I don't plan to play it hard because, well, actually, if I play it hard, more of the power-ups do show up, but I don't want to, you know, cheat just based on that. Oh my goodness, these guys are good. That might be out of the field. Oh my goodness, barely out of the field.
Hey kid.
Crazy.
You know?
Let's go.
Good job.
I just hope to finish the inning so I can move on.
Just like I would have done.
For those wondering, I do have a set team I'm planning to use. I do have a set team
Way to go,
name
kid.
and color I want to use. So in due time, next week, you'll get to see what I use.
Just hang in there. Just hang in there.
Oh, wow, that was a ball. Okay. You see that the box can be a bit fidgety as well.
Swing.
That's a foul. Ball gets hit, goes outside the baseball diamond, therefore is considered a strike.
Ooh.
That's foul. Oh wait, oh my goodness, that's a home run.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wow, that's a glitch actually, because that should not have been a home run. You can tell this game has a bit of a few glitches now and then. I do plan to showcase some of them in due time. But that was an unfortunate case of a home run, because that should not have been a home run.
Let's go, Orange. Right on. Way to go, kid.
Come on, Orange.
Swing.
Let's see if I can try and finish this off. You can see that the reticle is so big, but the placement of the ball will be random. So even though you saw that huge circle, the ball ended up being around here. So that's one way to show it.
Oh, swing, swing, swing. One.
Okay, that might be a chance.
Nice one, dude. Let's go.
Or my team is not good. Great.
I'm gonna
Oh.
forget that ever happened.
Well, thanks. Out of play means that the ball went outside of the baseball diamond due to pitcher's error, catcher's error basically. So therefore, my opponent gets 2 extra bases. Man, I never thought I should showcase most of the mechanics right out the gate, but today's just been that day. That's fine. He swung too early. I wonder if I can trick
Take a swing,
him.
why don't ya?
Bit of a strategy game as well to an extent. Yeah, he swung too early again. And I'm going to trick him right here. I'm going to do a left hook that hopefully goes outside the strike zone.
Let's see some action or something.
And doesn't swing. That's fine.
Hey, batter, 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 batter.
Maybe intentional walk. Even though the ball is inside the reticle, it actually will be perfectly thrown outside. And he does swing. Perfect. Funny. I like that. So there we go. That's pretty much Backyard Baseball in a nutshell. There are more nuances about this game that I will discuss in due time. That's it. That's the tutorial video. Now you understand more about baseball, and this game in particular, of course. Next time on Backyard Baseball, as I bring back up the music, because I know it's a bit jarring to have not music. Next time, you'll get to see me play the league play. You'll see my team, you'll see my colors, and more importantly, you'll see my final team. Out of 30 possible characters, which 9 make the cut? See you next week for more Backyard Baseball. Peace.